study the next concept after practice set 2.2, and the name of the concept is root of a positive rational number. Root of a positive rational number. Here, if n is positive integer, and x to the power n is equal to a, then x is the nth root of a, and this root may be rational or irrational. Here we will write this part as an equation. Here we have given that x to the power n is equal to a. That is the given information. And now if we take nth root of both the sides, taking nth root of both the sides, here nth root of x is x. Since x to the power is n, if we have x to the power 5 and we find fifth root, then fifth root of x to the power 5 is x. If we have x to the power 10 and we find 10th root, then x to the power 10 and the 10th root of x to the power 10 is x. So here we have x to the power n is equal to a, and we find nth root. So x to the power n is there, since nth root of x is x only. And here we have a, and we have to find the nth root of a. So we write here nth root of a. If we find fifth root, then we write 5 here. If we find seventh root, then we write 7 here. If we find 11th root, then we write 11 here. If we find 15th root, then we write 15 here. So it is too easy. Same part, whatever the part given here in the words, the same part we write here. If n is any positive integer and x raised to power n is equal to a, then nth root of x, or x is the nth root of a. Here we write x is nth root of a. X is equal to nth root of a, and this root either rational or irrational. This root is either a rational number or an irrational number. It is depend upon the value of n. So here we will take examples. For example, x raised to power 5 is equal to 16. X raised to power 5 is equal to 16. Now we will take the fifth root of both the sides. We will take the fifth root of both the sides. Since here we have power 5, we take fifth root. So fifth root of x to the power 5 is x only. It is equal to fifth root of 16. Now we have to find a number. Such that the product of that number 5 times. If we take the product of that number 5 times, then it should be 16. Is there a number such that the product of that number 5 times is 16? There is no any number. If we take 1 5 times, 1 into 1 into 1 into 1 into 1 5 times, then the product is 1 only. Then suppose we take 2 5 times, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 5 times, then the product is 32. See here, if we take the product of 1 5 times, 1 into 1 into 1 into 1, that is 1 only. If we take the product of 2 5 times, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, and that is 32. Now here, if we start from 1, the product is 1, and if we take 2, the product is more than 16. And there is no any natural number between 1 and 2. There is no any natural number between 1 and 2. Since we do not have any number such that the product of that number 5 times the product of that number is 16, since this is irrational. So here you can write, therefore x is irrational. Therefore x is irrational. Now we will take one more example. We will take one more example here. Second example we will take here is x to the power 4 is equal to 625. X to the power 4 is equal to 625. Since here we have in place of n 4, that is n is positive integer. This 4 is positive integer. Now x raised to power 4 is equal to 625. Since we will take fourth root of both the sides, we will take the fourth root of both the sides. Here we have to take the fourth root of both the sides and we take fourth root. That since here we have x to the power 4, fourth root of x to the power 4 is x. It is equal to the fourth root of 625. We write fourth root of 625. Now here we have to check, is there a number? If we take the product of that number 4 times, the product should be 625. Is there a number? Yes. Which number is this? That is 5. 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. If we take the product of number 5 4 times, then the product is 625. You can check on your page, 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. And that product is 625. Since here you can write x is equal to 5. We get the fourth root of 625 and that is 5. Here we didn't get the fifth root of 16 since there is no any number whose product of 4 5 times is 16. And here we have a number whose product of 4 times is 625 and that number is 5. And here we know that 5 is rational since x is rational. Therefore, x is rational. Here value of x is irrational since x is irrational, and here x value of x is rational since x is rational. So this is all about the root of positive rational number. Now we have to study the next concept, that is surds. Here we have to discuss the next concept, that is surds. If a is a positive rational number and nth root of a is irrational number and nth root of a is an irrational number, then nth root of a is called as surd. Here we write nth root of a is nth root of a. If this number is irrational, then it is called as surd. And if the value of this number is rational, then it is not a surd. Here n, what is this n? N is called as order of the surd. Here n is called as order of the surd. If nth root a is a surd, then n is called as order of the surd. Here nth root a is irrational. A is positive rational number. Here a is positive rational number and it is called as radical. A is positive rational number. A is positive rational number which is called as radical. That is very important word. Here a is called as radical and this symbol is called as radical sign. This symbol is called as radical sign. It's very important. Here if a is positive rational number and nth root of a is an irrational number, then nth root of a is called as surd. When nth root of a is called as surd, if it is irrational number. If this nth root is an irrational number, then it is called as surd. Now here we have n, and what is this n? N is called as order of the surd. If it is a surd, then n is called as order of the surd. Here a is a positive rational number. Here a is a positive rational number which is called as radical since it is inside the radical side. Since this a lies inside the radical side, this is the radical side. This is the radical side. And in this radical side a is there since it is called as radical answer. That is very important word. Question may be asked on this concept for 1 mark. You have given a surd and you have to write the radical, or you have to write the order of the surd. At that time we have to know that here n is nothing but that is the order of the surd. Here a is nothing but that is the positive rational number which is called as radicand since it lies in radical side. This is the radical side, and since a is inside the radical side, it is called as radicand. So you have to take care about this. So all these three things are important. Here n is order of the surd, a is radicand, and this is radical side. This is radical side. Now here we will take some examples of surd, or we will take some examples and then we will decide whether it is a surd or it is not a surd. Suppose I write a number, then how to determine whether it is a surd or it is not a surd? It is very simple. If a is positive rational number and nth root of a is irrational number is called as surd. Irrational number is called as surd. So it is very simple. Every irrational number is surd. But here three aspects, three things are important. That is, n is the order of the surd. It should be greater than 1. The value of n should be greater than 1 and it should be integer. N should be an integer which is greater than 1. A should be a positive rational number, and if we observe this number totally, whole number, that is nth root a, it should be irrational. That is very important. And if all these three conditions are satisfied, then you can say that it is a surd. So here we write some examples. For example, is cube root of 15. Cube root of 15. Now we have to decide whether it is a surd or it is not a surd. Now it is very simple. We have to check that it is rational or irrational. Is it possible to find the cube root of 15? No. There is no any number whose cube is 15. 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27. 2 cube is 8 and 3 cube is 27, means from 8 to 27. Between 8 and 27 we cannot find the cube root of any number between 8 and 27, since 8 is the cube of 2 and 27 is the cube of 3. Here it is impossible to find the cube root of 15. We cannot get the cube root of 15 since it is irrational number. And if it is irrational, then it is surd. Cube root of 15 is irrational number. Cube root of 15 is irrational number. Therefore, it is a surd. Therefore, it is a surd. Now we take one more example. Square root of 49. Square root of 49, and as we all of you know that square root of 49 is 7, which is the rational number. Here you can write square root of 49 is equal to 7, which is rational number. Which is rational number. Which is rational number. Therefore, square root of 49 is not a surd. Square root of 49 is not a surd. When it is called as surd, if and only if it is rational number. If and only if the given number is irrational number. If and only if the given number is irrational, then it is called as surd, and if it is rational, then it is not a surd. It is very simple. It is very simple. The first time we are studying this part, it is very important in this lesson. That is the important fact. Surd. If a is a positive rational number and nth root of a is irrational, then nth root of a is called as surd. In short, it is very easy. Every irrational number is surd. Every irrational number is surd. If a number is irrational, then it is surd. Now these things are very important. Sometimes you may ask to write the order of the surd. Then what is the order of the surd? This number n. If nth root is a surd, then n is called as order of the surd, and it is an integer which is greater than 1. It is always greater than 1. That also you have to remember. N is an integer which is greater than 1. Here a is a positive rational number. Here a is a positive rational number which is also called as radical, and then this is the radical sign. Remember all these three things. These are very important things, and here we take two examples, out of which first one is surd and second one is not a surd. First one is surd and second one is not a surd. Now after this concept, this is all about the surd. After this concept, we have to study the simplest form of the surd. Simplest form of the surd. Here, surds in the simplest form which cannot be simplified further. Surds in the simplest form which cannot be simplified further. If we are unable to simplify the given surd, then it is said to be in the simplest form. If we are unable to simplify the given surd, then that surd is said to be simplest form of surd, and it is too easy since surds in the simplest form which cannot be simplified further. For example, we will take some examples here. For example, here we write cube root of 48, and now we have to check whether it is in the simplest form or it is not in the simplest form. Here, cube root of 48. We know that it is a surd. We know that it is a surd since it is impossible to find the cube root of 48. We cannot get the cube root of 48 since it is a surd. Now we have to check whether it is in the simplest form or it is not in the simplest form. Now here we have to factorize 48 such that cube root of one of the factors should be possible to find. Here we have to factorize 48 such that cube root of one of the factors should be possible to find. Is it possible to find the factor such that the cube root of one of the factor is possible to find? We will check the factors of 48. That is 1 into 48. We cannot get the cube root of 1 or 48, or that is meaningless. We will get the same part. Then factors of 48, 2 into 24. We cannot take the cube root of 2, and we cannot take the cube root of 24 also. Then we have 3 into 16. 16 3s are 48. Then again it is not possible to find the cube root of 3, and cube root of 16 also that is not possible to find. Then factors of 48. That much are the factors of 48. 1 into 48, 2 into 24, 3 into 16. And here 4 into 12 also. 4 into 12 also. That is the factor of the 48. And here it is not possible to find the cube root of 4 also. And it is not possible to find the cube root of 12 also. Since this is the simplest form of the surd. It is simplest form. It is simplest form of surd. Since we are unable to simplify this, We cannot simplify this further. And if we are able to simplify this further, then this is not the simplest form of the cell. Here we are unable to simplify this given cell since it is simplest form of the cell. We will take one more example. Same number we will take square root of 48. Square root of 48. Now here we know that it is a surd. It is a surd. Definitely it is a surd since it is impossible to find the square root of 48. There is no any number whose square is 48 since it is a surd. But here it is not in the simplest form. This surd is not into the simplest form. We can simplify this. How you can simplify this? See here, square root of 48. You can write this square root of 48 as 16 multiplied by 3. Why we write 16 multiplied by 3 there? Since we have to find the factors of 48. Since we have to find the factors of 48 such that square root of any one factor should be possible to find. 48 चे आपल्याला असे फॅक्टर्स फाइंड करायचे की त्या दोघांपैकी किमान एकाचे तरी स्क्वेअर रूट निघलं पाहिजे. आपल्याला 48 चे असे फॅक्टर्स फाइंड करायचे आहेत की त्या दोघांपैकी एकाचे स्क्वेअर रूट निघलं पाहिजे. आता काही स्टुडंटचा क्वेश्चन असा असेल की आपण 4 * 12 लिहू. आपण याला 4 * 12 असं लिहू. पण पुन्हा काय करावं लागतं? 4 * 12 लिहिले तर 4 चा स्क्वेअर रूट 2 निघेल. पण पुन्हा 12 आहे तिथं पुन्हा 12 चं फॅक्टरायझेशन घ्यावं लागतं आणखी. आता इथे जर सपोज तुम्ही 4 * 12 लिहिले तर 4 चा स्क्वेअर रूट निघून बाहेर येईल 2 आणि मध्ये काय शिल्लक राहते 12 फक्त. पुन्हा 12 ला फॅक्टराइज करावं लागतं आणखी डबल. 12 चे पुन्हा असे फॅक्टर्स फाइंड करायचे की दोघांपैकी एकाचे स्क्वेअर रूट निघलं पाहिजे. मग त्यापेक्षा आपण काय करायचं? फॅक्टर्स फाइंड करत असतानाच ज्याचं वर्गमूळ निघणार आहे तो बिगेस्ट फॅक्टर असण्याची काळजी आपण घ्यायची. फॅक्टर्स भरपूर आहेत. 48 चे फॅक्टर्स 1 * 48 आहेत, 2 * 24 आहेत, 3 * 16 आहेत, 4 * 12 आहेत. These are the factors of 48 and here the appropriate factors are 3 * 16. Why? Because we cannot simplify it further. We cannot simplify this factorization further. And if we use this factorization, then again you have to simplify this square. You can write it as 4 * 3. Then again square root of 4 is taken outside the cell and 3 is remaining inside the cell. So same factorization you will get there if we double factorize it. So first time you will get the correct factorization there. You should get the correct factorization. योग्य factorization आपल्याला तिथे मिळालं. Now you can simplify this as this is square root of 16. Square root of 16 is 4. And it is impossible to find the square root of 3 since this is the simplest form of the given cell. 4 √ 3 is the simplest form of square root of 48. Here we can write 4 √ 3 is the simplest form of square root of 48. Here is the second example. 4 √ 3 is simplest form of square root of 48. Square root of 48 is not the simplest form. Square root of 48 is not the simplest form since we can simplify it further. आपण त्याला आणखी पुढे सिम्प्लिफाय करू शकतो. कसं सिम्प्लिफाय केलं आपण? स्क्वेअर रूट ऑफ 48 ला 16 * 3 असले. असंच का लिहिलं? जनरली इथं स्क्वेअर रूट आहे म्हणून आपल्याला 48 चे असे फॅक्टर्स फाइंड करायचे की दोघांपैकी एकाचं स्क्वेअर रूट निघलं पाहिजे. आणि ते फॅक्टर्स आहेत 16 * 3. मग 16 चं स्क्वेअर रूट निघतं 4 आणि मध्ये फक्त 3 शिल्लक राहतात. तर याला पुन्हा सिम्प्लिफाय करू शकत नाही. याला परत तुम्ही सिम्प्लिफाय करू शकत नाही. This is the simplest form. If we are unable to simplify it further, then it is called as simplest form of the given cell. Since 4 √ 3 is the simplest form of square root of 48. We'll take one more example here. This is the second example. This is the first example. We'll take one more example here. That is square root of 56. Square root of 56. Here in this lesson, in this standard, we have to study the quadratic surds only. It is very important. Quadratic surds means surds having order 2. Surd, ही surd आहे, याची ऑर्डर किती आहे? 2 आहे, since it is quadratic surd. आता इथं आपण या surd ची ऑर्डर किती आहे? 3, since it is cubic surd. This is cubic surd. Since the order of the surd is 3, it is called as cubic surd. Since the here order of the surd is 2, so it is quadratic surd. And if the order is 4, then it is called as biquadratic surd. Here in this standard, in this lesson, we have to study the quadratic surds only. What is quadratic surd? If the order of the surd is 2, then it is called as quadratic surd. So we will take the maximum examples of quadratic surd. So here square root of 56, that is a surd. But can we simplify this further? Can we simplify this further? No. We are unable to simplify this further. Why? Since here we have 56. And we cannot get the factors of 56 such that square root of one factor should be possible to find. Here the factors of 56, we write 1 into 56, 2 into 28, then you can write 4 into 14. You can get the factors here. 4 into 14 is there, then 6, 7 into 8. These are the factors of 56, and here we have factors. It is 4 into 14. So you can simplify this further. We can simplify this further. So this is not the simplest form. So simplify it again. So simplify it again. So here we give the sign of equal to, and here we write the factors of 56. Factors of 56 such that one of the factors square root is possible to find. 56 चे असे फॅक्टर्स फाइंड केले की दोघांपैकी किमान एकाचे स्क्वेअर रूट फाइंड करणं पॉसिबल असेल. सो हियर द फॅक्टर्स आर 4 into 14 and square root of 4 is square root of 4 is 2, and what is remaining here inside the square root? Only 14 is remaining. Now can we simplify this again? Is it possible to find the factors of 14 such that the square root of one factor should be possible to find? 14 चे आणखीन असे फॅक्टर्स फाइंड करता येतात का दोघांपैकी एकाचे स्क्वेअर रूट निघेल? That is not possible since this is the simplest form of the given surd. So here you can write 2 root 14 is the simplest form. 2 root 14 is the simplest form of the surd square root of 56. Square root of 56 is not in the simplest form. So we write it into the simplest form, that is 2 root 14. So this is all about the simplest form of the surd. Now we have the next concept. We have the next concept, that is similar surds, or you can say it as like surds. Next concept we have to study, that is similar surds or the like surds. Similar surds or the like surds. Here, which surds are called as similar surds or which surds are said to be like surds? If the order and radicals are equal. If the order of the given surds and the radicals of the given surds are equal, then these surds are said to be like surds or the similar surds. It is very important. Order and radicals should be same. Order and the radicals should be same. And if the order and radicals are equal or same, then they are called as similar surds. For example, we will take some examples here. For example, we will take the first example, 2 root 3 and 5 root 3. 2 root 3 and 5 root 3. Here, this is a surd and it is also a surd. Now, order of this surd is 2. Nothing is here means we have 2. We call it as square root. We call it as square root. If 3 is there, we call it as cube root. If 4 is there, then we call it as fourth root. If 5 is there, then we call it as fifth root. Since nothing is there means we have 2. So order of this surd is 2 and order of this surd is also 2. Now check the radicants. Radicants means the number into the radical sign. Here in the radical sign we have 3. And here in the radical sign we have 3. So both these surds are like surds. 2 root 3 and 5 root 3 are like surds. Why these surds are the like surds? Since their orders are same. Here we can write orders of both the surds are same. Order of both the surds are same. Order of both surds are same. Order of both the surds are equal, that is same, and the radicands are also equal. Radicands are equal. Therefore, 2 root 3 and 5 root 3 are like surds, are called as like surds. Sometimes, now these given surds are in the simplest form. If they are not in the simplest form, then we have to write it into the simplest form and then we have to check whether these are the like surds, similar surds or not. Now we will take one more example. Here we will write second example. This is the first example. Second example we write square root of 48 and square root of 75. Now sometimes some students write that these are not the like surds. Why they write like that? See here, some students directly write that these are not the similar surds. Here orders are same. Here the orders are same, but the radicands are not same. So we have to simplify it first. Since both the surds are not in the simplest form. Since both the surds are not in the simplest form, we have to simplify them. We will write this square root of 48 as 16 multiplied by 3. And then we will write it as 4 root 3. This square root of 16 is 4 and this root 3 as it is. And here you can simplify this root 75 as 25 into 3. That is 75. And here square root of 25 is 5 and inside the root is 3 is remaining. Now you can tell me the answer. While we write the number, at that time you directly said that these are the not similar surds, observing the radicals. But here we have to simplify it first and then we have to determine whether the given surds are the similar surds or not. Now after simplification, anyone can say that these are the like surds. Why? Because their orders are same and radicals are also equal. Their orders are also equal and their radicals are also equal, since both the surds are the like surds. So here you can write orders and radicals are equal. Therefore square root of 48 and square root of 75 are similar surds, or you can write as like cells. So this is all about the similar cells or the like cells. This is very important concept since we have to take the addition, subtraction, multiplication and the division of the cells. So at that time, while taking addition or subtraction, it is very important that the given cells should be similar cells. If the given cells are not similar, then we are unable to take the addition and subtraction of the cells. So this is very important concept, whether the given cells are the like cells or not the like cells, or similar cells or not the similar cells, that we have to identify, and it is very important. If the orders and the radicals are equal, then those cells are called as the similar cells. So this is all about the similar cells. Now remaining concepts we will take into the next video lecture. Thank you.